allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please call the roll.
Trustee Henry,
Here.
I need you to state your location, please.
Currently 12913 Southwest Vermillion Circle, Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Coffee? Here. Trustee Evans?
Here.
Trustee Lopez?
Here.
Mayor Williams?
Here.
I note the presence of myself as well as the other gentleman with us.
Thank you, sir. First item is a contingent appointment, volunteer firefighter Shakar Boss. Contingent on meeting medical requirements and effective swearing in with the village clerk.
So move.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Henry,
Aye.
trustee Coffee? Aye. Trustee Evans?
Aye.
Trustee Lopez?
Aye.
Mayor Williams?
Aye. Contingent appointment for volunteer firefighter Israel Leonardo.
So move. Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Henry,
Aye.
trustee Coffee? Aye. Trustee Evans?
Aye.
Trustee Lopez?
Aye.
Mayor Williams?
Aye. Consider a resolution for architectural application of 25 South Golden Avenue Solar.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Henry,
Aye.
trustee Coffee? Aye. Trustee Evans?
Aye.
Trustee Lopez?
Aye.
Mayor Williams?
Consideration of application of planning department, planning board from 17 Sears Avenue for finished basement.
So move.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Henry,
Aye.
trustee Coffee? Aye. Trustee Evans?
Aye.
Trustee Lopez? Mayor Williams?
Consideration extending the moratorium on self-storage facilities for 131.
In 81 East Main.
Sorry, change use. No, I actually put that down. Sorry. Sorry, 81 East Main Street, change of use.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Henry,
Aye.
trustee Coffee? Aye. Trustee Evans?
Aye.
Trustee Lopez?
Aye.
Mayor Williams?
I added that on the bottom, said it.
That's a-
Consider resolution extending moratorium on self-storage units for 1 3-month period.
So move.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Henry,
Aye.
trustee Coffee? Aye. Trustee Evans?
Aye.
Trustee Lopez?
Aye.
Mayor Williams?
Aye. Motion to schedule public hearings for the zoning changes for the self-storage units.
So move.
Roll call.
Who was the second? What was the date of it? Is it April 8th? And who was the, kind of merged together?
I'll let them do
I say we go to video.
I'll say, I second the motion.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Henry,
Aye.
trustee Coffee? Aye. Trustee Evans?
Aye.
Trustee Lopez?
Aye.
Mayor Williams?
Aye. All in favor of sending resolution supporting the journalism sustainability act.
So move.
Roll call.
Trustee Henry,
Aye.
trustee Coffee? Aye. Trustee Evans?
Aye.
Trustee Lopez?
Aye.
Mayor Williams?
Aye. Resolution authorizing chief EMS coordinator to go to training.
So move.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Henry,
Aye.
trustee Coffee? Aye. Trustee Evans?
Aye.
Trustee Lopez?
Aye.
Mayor Williams?
Aye. Okay, Mike.
That's all I have unless you were gonna do the other 81 without them here.
No.
Okay.
Committee reports, trustee Henry.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to thank Chief Signor and the fire department for always doing a great job. I'd also like to thank Chief Diaz and his EMS personnel for always doing a great job. And there was one particular EMS run that I'd like to comment on and give some commendations to Sergeant Bennett, Sergeant Resigno, and Police Officer Ciardello. They responded to an EMS call at the Motel 6 at 19 West Main Street on March 8th and found an unresponsive overdose patient. They administered, actually, Officer Ciardello administered 3 doses of Narcan and revived a virtually expired individual. Chief Diaz arrived shortly after and took over care of the patient and transported to the Westchester Medical Center, where he fully recovered. So kudos to the police for their quick action and follow-up by our EMS. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Coffee.
Okay, I'd like to thank Tony and Sean for the great job they do reviewing documents and performing all the inspections on a day-to-day basis here. In addition to what he normally does on a day-to-day basis, and Tony's been taking care of reviewing the bids for the new HVAC system for Village Hall and comparing bids for the 9A water main replacement. And that's all I have at this point. And I don't have anything further from the last slide.
It's unusual for that.
A little bit. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Evans.
Thank you, Mayor. Brian and our Highway and Sanitation Department continue to do an admirable job. Right now, they're in that in-between state, right? They're slowly putting away that winter equipment just in case we need it, but they're beginning the process to get ourselves ready for spring and summer by getting that equipment out, doing those annual checks, make sure everything's working properly to begin to start cleaning our parks and our other village properties as the sun continues to shine just a little bit more. You'll start to see in the next couple of weeks, the street sweeper returning to our roads as well. And organic pickup is in full swing now. It's on a regular weekly schedule. So if people begin to pick up the leaves and other items and start to do that gardening out front, that or organic pickup, check your calendar for when you are side of the village will be having that. We are slowly going through those potholes in the village, so we do know that they are there. We are well aware, and they're doing the best they can to do that as quickly as possible. But again, as we begin to get into the next few weeks and the next month or so, you'll start to see more and more of those begin to get taken care of. But they're working diligently with that. Some small catch basin and tree work throughout the village. And as I previously mentioned, a lot of times it's easier to do that tree work before all the leaves grow back. So they're definitely working on that. And of course, the usual daily maintenance as well. Camp registration is underway. So please make sure to visit the village website to register. That's www.elmsfordny.org/summer-camp. Various age groups, our 3-year-old to 5-year-old program, our 1st and 2nd graders, our 3rd through 5th grade, and of course our 6th through 9th grade. So no matter what your age ranges in your child, we can absolutely work with them and diligently at that. So I do encourage residents and non-residents to come join the Elmsford Day. In terms of our Elmsford Union Free School District, just a couple items to note. I'd like to welcome Jim Flees, the Elmsford Union Free School District, and to the Elmsford community at large. He's our Director of Facilities. So we know that he will definitely have an integral role in making sure that our camp is set up to be successful throughout the summer. So we welcome him. As well as our Allison Gray Elementary School Leadership Council. They were sworn in to their roles in a special ceremony here at Village Hall on Friday. Our Honorable Judge Gilad was sworn in each of the students. Mayor was here. Council advisors, school principals were all in attendance, as well as their families. So it was a great event for our students to be able to really feel important in their roles. Of course, they are important, and it's nice to do ceremonies like that to really make sure that they feel that. And that's all I have, and I don't.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Lopez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Only got a few things to report. Joe on the water department. The report that the water department has been busy with the daily water testing and Mark's house. They started with the spring cleaning of the shop and their equipment. Constables. The constables participated in the Terrytown Sleepy Hollow St. Patrick's Day Parade on March 10th. They worked on Mount Carmel Food Pantry on March 16th. The constables continue to work the Sunday's Mount Carmel details on March 10th and March 17th. IT. Mike worked with Westchester County to upgrade our 911 consoles. He has some issues with the 911 trunks that went down. We also worked with Verizon to get those systems restored. New monitors were installed in the boardroom. Mike continues with his daily monitoring and support to all the village departments. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to thank Commissioner Forst from the Police Department for doing a great job as always. Thank you. We escorted Mrs. Chambers' funeral the other day, which had nearly 100 cars in the procession. So many residents were there. She was a long-term resident, and her family for many generations have been here. They were thanking us and the commissioner for the escort. That's one of the things that the village is proud to do, that we offer a police escort during your saddest and hardest days to make your life easier for the funerals. Once again, we participated in the annual Sleepy Hollow Tarrytown St. Patrick's Day Parade. Sister Joanne from Mount Carmel was an aide to the Grand Marshal. It was probably one of the largest crowds we ever had. Always Main Street and Beekman Avenue were packed, but Broadway had a lot of people on it. And there were a lot of residents there cheering us on along the way. So thank you for all the residents who came out. I attended the Westchester County State of the County last week, and as usual, the county executive did an outstanding job telling us what he did last year and what he's going to do next year. I urge anybody to watch that. It's always interesting to find out what the county's doing. As my colleague Trustee Evans mentioned about the escort for the student government, we started a new tradition last week. We escorted the Grady student government to Village Hall and back to Grady to be sworn in by PLAT. The kids, the parents, and the teachers had a wonderful time. It was really good. So I have a note from Dr. Hamilton, the principal. Good morning, Mayor Williams. I hope you had a great weekend and your morning's off to a good start. You always are. Thank you so much for helping to make the Alice E. Grady presidential inauguration such an amazing, memorable experience for the students and their families. So students were talking about it all afternoon, from the police detail to meeting the judge who offered to give them a tour of the police station. I'm so grateful for our partnership and look forward to many more opportunities for us to collaborate in the future. I'll share some of the pictures when I receive them from their public relations board. As we escorted the kids down, I stopped and said to the president and vice president, I said, this is better than the president's escorts. So we did. So they had a big get together. And then he got here to the village hall and we welcomed him. I said, welcome, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President. They get a big get together. Our next VLC meeting will be on the 28th in Dobbs Ferry. For those in the audience don't know what that is, it's a 7 villages get together once a month to meet, and we discuss sharing services and bidding on product to save money. So for those celebrating Ramadan, wishing you and your loved ones a blessed Ramadan filled with joy, harmony, and countless blessings. Those celebrating Purim, we wish you a happy Purim. Those celebrating Easter, we wish you a very happy Easter. And we wish everyone a very happy St. Patrick's Day. And since I'm Irish, I can quote President Ronald Reagan on this one. During one of his speeches for St. Patrick's Day ceremony, he said, quote, "It's an honor and a pleasure for me to be here with you, sharing the spirit and festivities of St. Patrick's Day. The blessed St. Patrick, we are told, died on this day in the year of our Lord 461. We'll leave it to the Irish to be carrying on a wake for 1,500 years. So that's always great. Minister,
Just wish everybody a happy and healthy Easter.
Council,
Same.
Fire,
Thank you.
Water,
Same.
Police,
Same.
EMS guy. Now, highway, building, engineering, all that good stuff that people want to know all the past 2 years. IT guy, Anyone from the public?
So Mayor, can I just ask a question?
Wait, we got it.
Don, planks, I noticed that they're doing some kind of construction. I don't recall seeing, work doing any permits.
It, came before you quite a while ago, they're redoing an overhang. They took down their awnings that they had, and it's gonna be one solid overhang over the front. I can get you the date of when it was approved, but it
I
was,
just wanna make sure they have a permit.
yeah, they have a permit, it's slow going, but it was approved last year.
Thank you.
Anyone from the public?
I don't know, I'm learning here to make a reason.
Name and address, please.
Yes, Jeannie Howe, 4 Oak Street, Elmsford. Have a letter and a petition signed by 88 of our Elmsford Senior Club members. And I'd like to present to the mayor.
Thank you.
Dear Mayor Williams and members of the Board of Trustees, having a senior social club has been very beneficial to us. We've made new friendships and have wonderful things to look forward to during, and it's due to the efforts of Mayor Williams, Sandy Corrales, and especially Diana DiDomenico. Diana has been a great event planner, advocate, and advisor to our group. She has not only planned entertainment, but also educational, exercise, and art classes for our benefit. Although she has been doing the best she can as a volunteer, we would like you to hire her so that we won't lose her expertise. I think all the seniors present here can agree that we find her to be a very caring, compassionate, and capable person. We can tell that she loves us and we love her for all that she's been doing for us this past year. And we would like her to be properly compensated for her efforts on our behalf. We have heard that other villages have full-time paid staffs planning events for their seniors. We're just asking for one person who has already proved her worth in this capacity. Thank you for considering our proposal.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor. I'm here in,
Name and
pardon?
name.
Being here, 1 South Hillside Avenue, Huntsville, New York, 10523. Just in case. Just in case. I'm always a pain in the neck to the police and to the mayor because I kept after him to start the seniors, which we only had 4 ladies at one time. Now we have over 100 and some. We had a crowd on Saturday night. Everybody was pleased, and it was all on Carmen Diana. If we didn't have her, we wouldn't have had the parties. And also, I don't know if you know that she got us a grant from TIPS, which is there every week to take blood pressure, weight for all the seniors that come. We never in this village had anything going on like we did. And we'd like to have her back. She did a lot. She did the cooking, she did almost everything, setting up trips for all of us. And the majority of people here did not come down to the senior center before. We had 4 late March, Inez, myself, and Anna. That was it. Now, many people from the village come down and they want to keep it going. And there's nobody there to supervise. We need help. We need a director. Every town has a director. We do not have a director. We cannot set up the trips ourselves. We can't do all this work. We need someone, and she was the perfect person for it, and we'd like to have her back.
She loved all the seniors.
Pardon?
She loved all the
Oh,
seniors.
yeah, she loved all the seniors. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And also, I just want to mention, thank you, Nelson, because Nelson is the only one there putting the toilet paper in, the towel paper in the bathroom. We don't have soap in there. We have nothing. It's filthy. Nelson ring the door, we knock on his door, we need toilet paper, Nelson. He brings it. He fills in the toilet, we never.
It's part of the EMS job.
It is, I think so. If it wasn't for Nelson.
We don't want an incident.
We might have to send them to training school for that, so.
Yeah.
Joanne Lavaccio, 9 South One Avenue. I just wanted to take the opportunity to also support Diane. I'm not a senior yet, but my mother and Maria, they also have joined the senior center. I am of a generation where I have a young son at home and I have a senior mom also that I need to split my time with, and it's not easy. I would love to be able to be, I'm so thankful that we're able to find a place where she can go social. She just did the horse racing on Saturday. Well, I had to go to work. And I was happy that she was out. I mean, I dropped her off at the Christmas party and I got pictures of her dancing. So it's amazing, and Diana is the one to put it all together. I don't know how she does it. So I really would appreciate and hope that you can consider having her come back and continue the work that she's done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the streets of the north, 45 South Hillside Avenue in Oxford. And I'm here to support the whole group. Diane was perfect. She knew exactly what she was doing for the senior on the trip she sent us. Wednesday she was there, and all the seniors, we're all going to be up there one day. And we look forward on Wednesday to go spend 2-3 hours and then talk to our friends, have a good time. And she was always there ready for us. And we would like to have her back. You need somebody to have that job and set everything up, the trips, the get together, parties. I'm sure it doesn't cost the village that much money to keep her. Thank you.
I'm Nancy Napoli, 130 Parkview Road, Elmsford, New York. The reason why I'm here tonight too is when I started running in the senior group, Diane was there. And I have to say, I really expected her to always be there. I didn't understand why she wasn't at one point. Our group needs a leader. And she was dynamic at what she was doing. It just came very natural to her. And that's why you have half the side of town hall meeting with seniors. So I would hope you would consider somehow, somewhere, to find the funds that can bring her back. She's very creative. She listens to everything, what everybody says. And there are times there's a lot of complaints. It's but Diane had that natural way about her. And I want to also say about EMS. If Ron and I didn't join the senior group, I would have never known about that sheet that you said, fill it out. Make sure it's a medical sheet with all your information on it. Well, I have to say that because of that senior group, because of Diane even saying, encouraging us to do so. Probably about a month and a half ago, I had a situation in my home. I had a boiling a mess. Okay. Now, my family doesn't know this pill, that pill. But I learned this from the senior group.
with Diane as my lead person, you know, and also the program that's there too, tips. Make sure you have everything ready to go. If there's not a leader there to keep encouraging us, we might forget. Well, the night that I had my emergency situation, I technically just told one of my family members to go to the bedroom, take this sheet, and I handed it right over to the EMS. And unfortunately, it wasn't Elm City EMS that came. In a way, I'm glad it wasn't, because it's, but I would say, give us a leader. Okay? Give us back the leader, and I think, can we offer, you know, is there a way, you have offices that people that run for different offices. How about if you made this, think about it further? I mean, if in a short period of time, we fill this room this way with seniors, you know, we could gather more maybe. So I would hope that you would consider in the budget or whatever it is, if we have to raise money in some way, write a grant, you have intelligent people sitting in this room. Let us know what we have to do for it, rather than just, you know, put your minds together. Okay? Thank you. We would really appreciate having you back.
Anyone else?
Yes,
Hey, thank you for your, thank-
Good evening, everyone, and I appreciate everyone, coming out this evening. Some of the faces I'm not familiar with. Are you all village residents? Some of you from other communities? Some of you are from, okay. I want to make sure I wasn't going crazy, because I'm like, I don't know every face. Okay, awesome. So I think one of the speakers did mention that the personnel member in question was volunteering for time. And I just want to, you know, make the point that there wasn't an elimination of any positions, you know, that led to this personnel member's departure. So I didn't want anyone to think that their position was eliminated or anything like that. So that definitely was not the case here. And it's definitely good to see and hear from all of you in terms of the success of our senior program. Because as I've sat here, I've asked, you know, countless times just to, you know, see attendance sheets to see, you know, how well things are going and things of that nature, and was never provided with any of those. So to see people here and hearing firsthand how well it's going is good, and it's promising in terms of, you know, how we can see this program going forward. In terms of the budgeting aspect of it, you are correct that there was no position that was ever budgeted in this way. And I sat here that evening when that was proposed, and I made the point that we need a more robust recreation department across the board. So whether it's for our seniors, whether it's adult programming, whether it's youth programming, that needs to be a department that is staffed appropriately. So I said it that evening, I'll say to you again, and I will make the proposal in this upcoming budget for a full-time rec director and a part-time assistant to make sure that we're expanding what we're able to offer in our community, and that there's consistency across the board. Something that I am adamant about is ensuring that positions are established correctly and that the job descriptions within those positions are what they're going to be doing. So that is what I am pledging to all of you, is the establishment of the fundamental recreation department here in our community. Additionally, I just want to make this point. I think there needs to be certain structures in place as well as the program continues to expand. There are a lot of activities that you guys engage in that, you know, you're paying your own money for. It's coming out of pocket. And I want to make sure that when you are submitting those payments, that they're getting to the appropriate personnel within the village in a timely fashion. So that's not currently happening either. So that's a reflection of us not having that structure and order in place from a recreational perspective. So I value you that we will get all of those things in order, and I will be putting that proposal forward in our budget. So thank you all for coming. You're always welcome to attend as well.
And by the way, this is only after the people,
Only have,
only after the seat.
But how long is this gonna take now? We have no one, Diane is doing this on her own, not being paid. She still does not wanna give us up. And God bless her, because who would be doing this? Who could organize to go on trips, to do what they did Saturday night was fantastic. The room was so full that we couldn't even move. We've never, ever had seniors like that. And it's programs that are stimulating everybody. We need someone there. She's doing it on her own right now, not being paid, and she has a job. It's not fair. So you have to make a decision, not, well, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're looking into this. It takes months before you guys decide. It's not fair. We need somebody. We had her. Why can't we get her back?
well, I think it's important to note she's never paid for that.
She was never paid for that, but she did it voluntarily.
Correct.
So she's still doing it voluntarily, which she doesn't prove to. We
Correct.
need somebody.
But she was working at the village,
But she
and she didn't work that volunteer, but now she work someplace else, and she's doing this volunteer.
But understand, not to our own doing.
But why, if you have to hire somebody else, why can't you bring her back, which she knows all of us? And she knows what she's doing, she's always cheerful and happy to do it. You tell her, you ask her something, in 2 seconds, things done,
And she wants to be.
and she wants to do it, that's the best part.
I'm hearing what you were saying. I have other colleagues as well. So what I'm saying to you is,
But-
my commitment to you is the establishment of a recreation department where there is structure, there's order, and there's enough personnel to be able to do what it is you're looking to make sure they do.
But
That's
we
my
ask
commitment.
you not to take months.
Well, I understand that, but if, for a position like this, there was no budget for it, right? So there's no way to create money out of nowhere. What I'm saying to you is we're going into a budget cycle and we're beginning the process of planning that. I intend to make sure that that is within a budget going forward. But when there's a position that was never budgeted for, there's no way in the middle of a fiscal year just to create that. So I think it's important to recognize that when this was never budgeted for and the plan was for someone to volunteer their time, right, to do this, then there's no way that halfway through it becomes something else. So I think it's important to recognize where this began and then where it's going to go. So I mean, I made my commitment to you in terms of where I see our recreation department going. But I don't think it's fair to expect in the middle of a fiscal year that magically money's gonna be.
Yeah, so the short version to that is the budget has to be done by the end of April. And you're not gonna vote no for the senior budget this year, are you? Like you did last year?
Let the record reflect, I voted no on the whole budget. I voted no on the
Yes, but
entire
you
budget.
specifically said the senior budget, we voted no. for.
I voted no on the entire budget.
Just checking, make sure
Because of
you
its,
just said all that.
because of its
It's a big
fiscal
difference now.
irresponsibility.
You're
No.
People hear that you're trailer,
No, no.
last year you voted against.
What you're not going to do is sit here and characterize something in a way that it wasn't. Let me, no. I'm
You said,
speaking.
well, I
I'm
proposed the
speaking.
senior budget and you
I
said no,
am
and then you
speaking.
said no to the whole.
I
And
am
you're out of order.
speaking. No. You're out of order.
No,
Because you're not gonna sit here,
here.
you're not gonna sit here and characterize something in the way that it wasn't. That's what you're not gonna do.
No, there's.
On the entire book,
But
absolutely,
you did vote no for the senior.
absolutely. Because the fact, and you know what, and no, and you're seeing right here, no.
Thank you.
You're seeing right here the fruits of that labor, because when you don't budget for something appropriately, this is exactly what happens. So guess what? Had we actually, had an additional conversation about this budget.
And I brought it up many times.
And properly put together a recreation.
And I brought it up.
We would not be in this
And how many
position.
times did I bring that up?
You sat here, did you propose creating an actual
Yes, I
recreation
did. I
department?
said we should have.
You were absolutely.
Mike, I talked about it for 20 years.
I think
For 20 years, we talked about it.
you sat here for 20 years and talked about it, and it's never been done.
Because-
So the fact of the matter is, the fact, did you propose it this?
Yes, I did.
You're telling me
Yes, I
you
did.
proposed establishing a.
Yes, I did. I
recreation
said
department
we
last
should have
budget.
in charge of recreation to do the kid programs, do the after school programs and do.
Okay, so then explain to me this, how in the world did we end up passing a budget that didn't have those things in it, when I sat here and said, we need to establish a rec
Well,
department?
no for the budget.
Correct, because it was missing those things, and you voted yes. So you know what, we'll see when we get through this budget cycle again, we'll see.
Yes, yes,
This is, you're talking about a budget?
yes.
Okay. So automatically, it was never added what you.
Correct.
In the budget?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, when it started, the senior,
Get that go.
Mrs. Napoli, it started in February, okay, and when we started, when we did the budget in April for June's first. Okay, we put in X amount of dollars to the senior program. Okay, but we didn't put in there for a person. And so we calculated on. How many big dinners, how many small dinners, how many trips, how much money you would pay when you're buying the bus tickets, stuff like that, as an income, and we put that into a budget. So it increased the budget $11,000, okay, it was 11,000 before, it increased at 11,000, it went to 68,000, but with the money you're paying back for all the trips and for the dinners and the exercise classes offsets the expenditure. So we did have a budget last year going into the season. So there's money for trips, there's money for dinners, there's money for exercise, and then you contribute back toward that, so. So yes, we did vote yes for, a budget did pass 4-1 on the whole thing, so yes.
Is there hope because you're still out of time?
Well, we start the budget process in April, the second week in April, okay, yes. Yes, so we will have that conversation again.
But right now, could you consider? Last year didn't pass the budget, but this year you've been getting money from tips.
Yes, that contributes to,
Okay,
that's a lot.
don't contribute to the village. So why can't you use that money to pay a person, whatever it is, that small budget or the small amount?
We'll look into all that, yes.
And that's what he should put it in, because she was the one who brought that in.
Correct.
It wasn't for her to find that, to bring that in and collect the money,
Correct.
you wouldn't have it.
We would never have.
We never would have that. So that's the things you really gotta consider, put in that budget.
That's not necessarily true.
Yes, it is. I didn't call, excuse me, hello, you're out of order. Hello, Mr. Mills, I didn't recognize
The
you.
position is a civil service position.
It is a civil service, so you're not
So
recognizing
let's
it.
make that clear.
It is a civil service, and not a
You're not just
part-time.
gonna hire somebody off the street.
Part-time.
Service-
Part-time jobs are not a civil service position, okay? So we could hire anybody part-time. We have a lot of part-time people in the village.
The grant was originally $7,000,
It was 5 and went to 7,500.
and who got that?
They gave it to you. Right,
Okay.
but she got the $5,000.
No,
She got, you think it.
Enough.
Right, she went to the county, she got the $5,000, and when they wanted to go with Mike, they gave us
But
another
I want to
$5,000.
make
You
sure
didn't do the
all the
paperwork,
trustees,
correct?
all the people know she was the one
Right,
that brought them in.
that's correct.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did. She went to the county, she met with the people,
Mhm.
she brought it in, and then we gave the paperwork to Mike, and he gave us an additional $2,500. That's good.
That's right. Yes. We are aware of that. That's why I would like
That's-
people
that's
make sure
correct.
everybody is aware of what's going on.
That's what happened. She met with the county, they offered us 5,000, when they met with Mike to do the paperwork, they gave us an additional 2,500.
Exactly.
So yes.
Okay.
Anyone else?
I did not.
Have a nice evening.
Yeah, I have something. I
Okay.
think I'm gonna run for the board. You guys gotta fight all the time. Might as well have a woman there.
Never did until these guys.
Me, I would have a fight with them all day.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah. Are we going?
No, wait a minute.
Now we're not.
You're done with-
We're during the executive session for appointments for next year.
When?
The next election.
So.
That you guys